Good morning. I'm Vaughn with Overlandwa.com, and here just to talk to you about knives today. Now, when we start that, I'm going to start off by telling you I'm a big knife guy, so this is different for me, but this thing performs like a big knife. This is the DPX Hest Original. DP stands for Dangerous Places, and it's designed by Robert Young Pelton, who is an adventure journalist, been to all sorts of dangerous places. And he designed this in collaboration with Sean Rowan, SE Knives. So basically, it's about 7.63 inches overall, a 3.313 inch blade. It's 0.19 inches thick, or 5 millimeters, and it's made out of 1095 high carbon. It's a sturdy little knife. It's actually got a skeletonized handle, full tang but skeletonized, and these scales have a hollow in them so you can put survival gear in there, and I'll show you that shortly. It comes with a little washer to take off your brass screws, if you can see those right here, brass screws. And this little handsome guy here is Mr. DP, Mr. Dangerous Places. It's a little skull with sunglasses and a baseball cap. It's kind of fun. I've used this knife a lot for intricate work, but I have also batoned with it. So it is sturdy. It's, like I said, it's got a really thick spine, if you can see that here. It's a nice thick spine, real sturdy knife. If you got a beer you can't open, it's got a bottle opener. That's kind of fun. The finger choil is not super deep, but it is enough to stop your finger if you're holding tight. The jimping could be a little more aggressive, but it will not tear up your thumb either, so that's kind of nice. I have modified this one slightly. This has a little pry bar. I ground mine down because if I'm working a lot with it, I've got big hands, it tends to dig into my pinky. So that was annoying. I just ground it down with a little sand grinder. It's got 3 lashing points. 2 here, as you can see, my little paracord lanyard, and a 3rd here, so if you do want to turn it into a spear, you can. I wouldn't recommend it if it's your only knife. I have a little bit of cordage. It's about 7 feet of cordage here, maybe a little less. It wasn't exact when I made it, but you can separate the cords and pull out individual. With a 550 cord, you have 7 strands inside that you can use for individual, and they're actually fairly stout. You can use them for fishing line or sutures, whatever you may need. The balance is pretty good. It's not balanced for throwing, for certain. Midpoint's right about there.
Right about the brass screw.
Yeah, just about the brass screw, just behind it a little bit. I don't recommend taking the handles off and on all the time because you're going to lose the screws. But they're very simple. Let me just show you that real quick. Oh, the sheath, real quick. Just a nice Kydex sheath. You can either get it with a Blade Tech belt clip or a Molly lock, which I put on there because I put it on my backpack shoulder strap when I'm hiking. So it's just if I got to whittle something or cut something, or hopefully not a bear, because this is not going to do much for a bear, but it's just easy access. There is a bit of rattle in the sheath. It's not bad, but it's not super tight. There are tension screws on here. You could tighten it up some more, but it does make it a little more difficult to get out. As it is now, it's got a very good positive retention. The easiest way I've found to take it out is just push with your thumb, and then you're already ready. So it comes with a little Kydex sheath. It does come with a metal belt clip from the factory, and a washer. Now, I have heard that some people have gotten theirs shipped without a washer. Washers are cheap. Just add one. It did come with this paracord and toggle, and that's just where I keep the little washer. The washer is sent in order to take off your scales. So if you look here, the little brass screws just have a slotted head. And the washer just fits right in there, and you just start unscrewing it. And I'm not, well, yeah, let's just take that whole thing off. Why not? Show you what it looks like. It only takes a few to loosen them up. And then once you do get them loose, you can pretty much do it with your fingernail. No, maybe not. They're very similar to a Chicago screw. I don't know if they technically are Chicago screws. All right, once you get them loose enough, they'll actually come out by hand. And then if you look inside, you will see it's got little aluminum sleeves and then little plastic spacers so that your handle will always go back right where it's supposed to go. And as you can see there's hollowed out edges, or a hollowed out meat, so you can actually fit a couple fire starters, maybe a small ferro rod, some fishing line, and a hook. You can't fit much, but again, this is more of a last ditch knife. If you're gonna go out purposely to rely on a knife, we'll review one of those another time. Much bigger, but very simple, designed for ease of use, unless you've got really big fat thumbs. As far as sharpening goes, it's kind of a mix between a V grind and a convex grind. I'm thinking more convex. I just use crock sticks. If you've seen crock sticks, they're just ceramic rods that you can change angles with. And after I whittled out a handle on my son's walking stick, and I actually smoothed it out crosswise with this blade, it was still quite sharp, not shave sharp, but it took about 2 minutes on the crock stick to get it back to shave sharp. So they're very easy because of the high carbon content, super easy to sharpen. This one came with a black coating. I removed it. I don't like coatings on blades. I'll just take care of my blade. So if you do that, make sure you keep it oiled. The edge otherwise is pretty much all you need to maintain with the coating on it. They usually come with a black coating. So crock sticks or Smith's hand sharpeners. They come with a carbide V and a ceramic V. You can actually also buy one with a ferro rod striker, a whistle, a compass, and a light for $10. And the HEST stands for Hostile Environment Survival Tool. And it is made right here in the good old US of A. Thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you again.